Hey everybody, this is PJ Riley from Lancaster Archery. Got a product video for you today. Wanted to tell you about the brand new Scott Select release. So this is a back tension, or hinge is the more correct term, hinge style release from the folks at Scott. And what the hinge or back tension style release means is that there is no trigger. In other words, for this release to fire, the whole release has to rotate and then it fires that way. What that does is it allows you to pull through the shot, and it just makes that surprise shot easier to come to since there's no trigger that activates this release. So this has a lot of the features of if you're familiar with the Scott Ascent, but they've just improved upon it a little bit. This is a lighter version than the Ascent, and it is going to have the adjustable fingers. You can see the screws right here. If I loosen those, I can sweep this finger forward or back, and that just changes the pressure on your outside fingers. In this setup, this is a 3-finger release, so it's going to be on my ring finger. If I push it forward, it kind of makes the release feel hotter, is the term I'll use. Sweeping it back makes the release feel colder. Terms of it activating. Just a way for you to fine-tune the exact feel of that release. And as I mentioned, this is set up as 3-finger. In the pack, you will get the extra attachment that I could make this a 4-finger release if that's what you prefer. Where the real good stuff is in the Scott Select is up here in the head. So right here, you're gonna see I have 2 moons, and they are individually adjustable. So what that means is that I can put a click into this release simply by adjusting this moon right here. That's going to be your click moon. And I can take it all the way from no click to having it click, getting that distance from click to fire. Infinite adjustment. I get to pick where it is. No preset. A lot of those moons out there, you have to buy a slow, a fast click. Different moons you have to interchange. I prefer this style with 2 moons because then I get to pick exactly that distance from click to fire. I tend to like it to be a little faster than most folks, so that's why I like being able to do that adjustment. But it is micro adjust. That's the other thing here. You're not just loosening a screw and then this moon goes free floating. So if I want to adjust the distance from click to fire, here's what I'm going to do. Right inside here, you can see an Allen screw. So if I loosen that, then I come around to my drive screw right there. All I'm going to do is take my Allen wrench, and now I'm going to exaggerate it just so you can see the movements. But watch this moon on this side right here. You're going to see it go up and down as I turn. All right, so you saw there that as I was turning it clockwise, I was basically reducing the click distance. Counterclockwise, I was increasing it. Once you get it set, then you're just going to lock down that lock screw back on the side here. I'm just going to tighten that. Now, that connects those 2 moons together. Right now, those 2 moons are tied together. Now I can change where I want that release to fire. In other words, how much rotation before I get to the click. I can do that this way. I'm going to flip the release over. You can see this says lock right there. I just loosen that. Now, when I come around, I go back again to the drive screw. You're going to, as I turn it, you're going to see both moons together moving up and down. And then once I get that set where I want it, I'm just going to go back and I'm going to lock those back in place. So that's great to be able to have that drive screw in there, which allows you to move everything, whether it's 1 moon or both moons together. Being able to do it by a drive screw, that simplifies life than if they're just free floating in there and you kind of have to set them with your fingers like some older versions. And again, you can get that distance click to fire from no click to any distance that you want. And so what I'm talking about, if you've never shot a click before, when I draw back here, you're going to hear the release click, but I'm going to have to keep rotating until it fires. There's my click, and there's the fire. And so getting that distance from click to fire, you know, I like it to go off a little faster after the click. I can adjust that. Also, you know, you can adjust, when we move the 2 moons, what that's adjusting is where does the release set up? Okay, that's where it clicked. Well, if I want to have it click, you know, faster in the rotation cycle or slower in the rotation cycle, I can do that. I can pick how I want this release to function, no matter how I like it, and that's one of the great features of the Scott Select. Now, the Scott Select does come in 2 sizes. What I'm holding here is the medium, and in the package here we do have the large. There's a comparison for you. Not a huge bit of difference. And what I'll say is I have pretty big hands. This medium feels pretty good in my hands. You can see the way it's swept. The front of this finger here flares out just a little bit. That gives you a lot of room to get your knuckle in there. So I would say you're gonna have a pretty big set of hands to go for that large there. The medium is a good fit. That's gonna fit a lot of folks. All right, so that is the Select Hinge style release from the folks at Scott Archery. If you want to check out this product on our website, click the link in the description below. Otherwise, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like it, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to click that bell to get notifications whenever we put out new videos. And as always, if you have any questions, you can visit us at lancasterarchery.com.